Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dennis Buckley of the Health Advantage Physical Medicine in Pasadena, California. This month, we're going to have you live an independence life. Yes, that's right, independence, and a life that is independent of illness or injury. You must realize that freedom is not free. There is a cost. To be healthy is not a right. It is earned through your actions. So we want to help you be independent of injury and illness, free of injury and illness, and live an independent life where you're able to enjoy all that life has to offer that's not restricted by injury. In today's world, we are all going to be aging. People are living longer than ever before. The fastest growing group of people in the U.S. is centenarians, or people over the age of 100. The question is, if you knew you were going to live to be over the age of 100, are you prepared for it? There's a challenge of longevity. See, in the year 2000, 606 million people were age 60 or older. That's 10% of the world's population. By 2050, that number could be 1.9 billion, or one-fifth of the world's population. And like I said, the fastest growing segment of the groups are those 80 and over, whose numbers could reach 377 million people year long. So the challenge of longevity is not only to live long, but actually to enjoy the process. There's nothing worse than being alive but not able to have any independence of your actions, being confined to a wheelchair, being confined to a bed, or being trapped in a body that doesn't even know it's alive. Centenarians, the age over 100, have increased by 21% from just 5 years, from 1996 to 2001, and these numbers continue to rise. Basically, these are similar to every industrialized nation in the world. So, like I said, the fastest growing group is people over the age of 100. Over 1.5 million elderly now live in nursing homes, 46% or 85% or older. By the year 2050, there's estimated 2 million people will be centenarians. What will your health and life be like when you get there? It's time to start thinking long term. One of the things is that when you age, there are physical factors, psychological factors, mental factors, familial factors, and financial factors that must be taken into consideration. A century ago, most Americans lived to be about 50. Today, people over 100 make up the fastest growing segment of the population, and some people say, researchers say, that children born today will live to be could be live up to 150. Others say there's no upward limit on longevity. So the greatest generation, the people of World War II prior to the baby boomers, now have been blindsided by longevity. They did not know they were going to live this long, and they have now become the nursing home generation. There is a longevity crisis, but the longevity crisis doesn't need to be a crisis if you're prepared for it. So here's our advance notice given to us by our parents, by our ancestors, by others. One thing, the great generation that are now in their 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100s, they were blindsided by longevity. They didn't know they were going to live this long. They didn't plan, prepare, or even want to live this long. And many have not truly lived in their past decades. They've been confined to nursing homes. So, if this is true and it's going to apply to you, what will you do with this information? See, one thing it's estimated is only 30% of aging is based on genetic heritage, while 70% or more is attributed to lifestyle choices. So first and foremost, don't blame your genes, adjust your lifestyle. In a study of twins performed and to find out if nurture is more important than nature, they studied twins and basically found out about their lifestyle, about their health history, and 44,000 pairs of twins were studied. And this study showed that the environmental factors were the primary determinant of the causes of cancer in these twins. In this context, environmental factors encompass everything that is not genetic, including lifestyle behaviors such as tobacco use, diet, exercise, reproductive characteristics, and infectious agents. So, one of the things this study shows is that the lifestyle had a greater effect than genetic predisposition. Cancer. Healthy lifestyle choices can also not only help you feel better, but actually will strengthen your immune system and give your body ability to function at a high level for 80, 90, even over 100 years and beyond. One of the things that you have to understand is that you pretty much have control over your lifestyle in most cases. And if you have genetic disposition to certain conditions, you can rewrite your family history through your lifestyle. So, what will motivate you to change and look at your future in a way that's going to empower you? Are you going to live a life that is a crisis or a quality of life choice? If crisis has been your primary motivator, you need to visit a few nursing homes and go see what the end result looks like. Also, you can calculate what we call as your empire. M, minimum potential years remaining. And the way you do this is look at your family history, look at blood relatives. Who are the oldest people that you are related to? Take that number, subtract your age from that number, and that will give your minimum potential years remaining. So, for example, if you have a grandparent that lived to be 95 and you are 50 right now, your minimum potential years remaining would be 45, meaning that more than likely you will live longer than you ever imagined. In fact, based on genetics and family history, you could live the next 45 years or more. So knowing that, what would you do with that information? So one of the things is most people know that they need to make changes. They need to do things better. They need to eat better. They need to get more exercise. They need to rest. So the big problem most people have is finding the time or the energy to change. So understand this. It's not your age that's exhausting. It's how you choose to use your energy that will mostly determine how young you feel. So if you can make the changes you know you need to make and make those new changes, you will now develop and optimize your new 100-year lifestyle. So look at your personal energy inventory. There are certain things that you do that can drain you of energy, and there are certain things you can do that could enhance or optimize your energy. Some types of energy drainers is too much sugar, caffeine, not exercising, conflict, stress, drama, interruptions, being overweight, cramming too much into your day, saying yes to everything when you mean no, not playing, taking abuse, worry, slouching, trying to change and control other people, trying to be a people pleaser, just watching endless amounts of mindless television, not having a purpose to get up in the morning, and not completing things that you start. Those can all drain you of your energy and basically suppress any motivation to move forward. Or you could focus on energy enhancers, starting about speaking your truth, quality time with family and kids, being honest, following through on promises, reading good books, keeping promises to yourself, being grateful, prayer, eating healthy, taking supplements, having a date night with your spouse, quality time with friends, focusing on the positive in any situation, having faith, being grateful, standing up for yourself, staying on task, disciplining yourself, letting go of the things that you know are out of your control, taking actions on your goals, making time to exercise, getting chiropractic care, having good posture, getting massages, saving money and being financially secure, be involved in things you believe in, and celebrating special occasions. Every day is a day to be celebrating. So the one thing that you need to know is if you want to live an active, healthy quality of life for over 100 years and beyond, there's absolutely positive one thing you're going to have to do, and you can't do this without it, and that is not die, or at least not die prematurely. And one thing that can affect whether you're going to die prematurely is your lifestyle. So if you understand that the top leading causes of death between women and men include things as heart disease, which is the number one cause for women in meth, and most of the times heart disease can be presented because it is related to lifestyle. There are other activities, other things that are the leading causes of death, such as cancer, stroke, chronic respiratory disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, unintentional injuries, the flu and pneumonia. Yes, the flu and pneumonia, top 10 cause of death. Kidney disease and septicemia, or a massive body infection. Um, One of these things, if you look at every one of these conditions, in most cases, this is related to lifestyle and choices people make and can be prevented. The thing I find interesting is if you look in the women's column, unintentional injuries is down one, two, three, four, five, six, seventh on the list, and in men, it's third on the list. Unintentional injuries are usually preceded by this statement: "Hey, everybody, watch this. Men make terrible health choices. Women make better health choices, but we all need to make better choices as a human race." The healthcare hierarchy of the nursing home generation used to be this: nothing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just wait to get sick. And everything was crisis care. So it's time to redefine broke. In today's world, we need to decide which type of care will you engage in and what is right for you. Crisis care is based on need. Crisis care includes birth trauma, learning challenges, childhood falls and illnesses, acute pain and sickness, allergies or autoimmune disorders, digestive disturbances, a herniated disc that includes acute pain, hormonal imbalances or sports injuries. Spinal nerve pressure may be contributing to your health problems. So crisis care, you know something? You need to get care when there's a crisis. But one of the things that you can do is you can prevent crisis. Crisis care, if you are now in a destructive pattern, stop now and stay committed with every choice from this moment on. Every day is a new chance to start. Here's the problem: people can't afford to get sick. It's causing bankruptcy. It's placing a great stress on society. The cost of health care is preventing people from getting necessary care. 70% of those driven into debt by medical costs had insurance at the time they got sick. Hip replacement surgeries of the hip, of the knees, of joints that could have been prevented by exercise and stretching. People can't afford to get sick. All these things all can be preventable. Sometimes they can't. But one of the things is that people, when they do get sick or they do get injured, they never recover. A healthy person has a better chance of recovering. Your other choice, besides crisis care, is lifestyle care. This is based on want. This helps promote healthy growth and development, good posture throughout life, maximize your energy, optimize your nervous system, and express your innate genetic potential. It improves athletic performance, increases flexibility, it minimizes the effect of stress, it gives you a strengthening of the immune system, and it allows you to live an active and long life. That type of care is involved, of lifestyle care is involved in three areas: self-care, nutrition and fitness. Is basically, in nutrition and fitness, you choose quality calories over excess calories. Eating healthy, more fruits and vegetables, more fiber, grains, pasta, rice, less fast food, make better choices, eliminate the white devils, white flour, white sugar, white rice, increase your omega-3s for heart and prostate health, and their best source is fish or fish oil and supplements. Get your S in shape. Yes, ESS. That stands for endurance, strength, and structure. Fitness and aging go together. The more that you are fit you are, the slower you will age. You must achieve a balance of the endurance, strength, and structure protocols, and to prevent deterioration of your spine and your nervous system. So do 20 to 30 minutes of cardio exercise 3 or 4 times a week. Wear a heart monitor to chart how much energy you're putting out. Strengthen your major muscle groups, including your chest, back, arms, and legs, and make sure your structure is fine. Chiropractic care will help your structure, and this will optimize your spine and nervous system health. Exercise your core to stabilize your spine and improve your athletic performance. Your structure includes your spine and nervous system. Stretching, Pilates, yoga, warming up and warming down will all help make sure that your spine and nervous system are working in concert with each other. Here's some information about your nervous system and how important it is. Your brain alone has over 100 billion neurons storing over 100 trillion bits of information. It regenerates constantly. It communicates via the spinal cord to every cell of your body through 45 miles of nerves, and these are relayed over 3 million messages every second between your brain and body at speeds up to 170 miles per hour. And regeneration of your spine and nervous system is possible with chiropractic care and healthy living. The spinal nerve roots are far more sensitive than previously thought. And basically what this is, the spinal nerve roots is your sensing system. You experience the world through your nervous system, through touch, through feel, through heat, through sight, through movement, through balance. And this basically is relayed through your nervous system, through the spinal nerves, into your spinal cord, up into your brain, and your brain responds. And these nerves are very, very sensitive. And the problem is this: vertebral subluxation, which is minor misalignments or dysfunction of the spine, creates mild pressure and can alter how these nerves, in their quality and quantity of the messages sent and received. This takes place at the tissue and cellular level, and these messages would not be adequate for the function of a body that demands it. Since subluxations can go unnoticed because they can be present without pain for long periods of time, the healing process is age and degree dependent. A good argument for chiropractors to check children. So one thing you want to do, make sure, is that your spine is subluxation free, and that it's not interfering with your nervous system, because the problem is that the problem could be developing without any symptoms until it's too late. Here's what happens with vertebral subluxation. On the upper left, you see a normal spine. This is of the cervical spine. You got even disc spaces, you got proper alignment, and the bones have proper form. If you look at the mild arthritis of the second, you can see that the disc space is degenerated, and there's extra spurring taking place in the back and the front of the vertebral segments. Then you get down to the lower left. This is moderate arthritis, because now it's spread to multiple levels. It's spread and there's more spurring. And then severe arthritis is when you start getting fusion, you start getting lack of any type of space between the joints, and this can create a lot of problems. This is the process that takes place over many years of deterioration, unless it's checked on a regular basis and improved upon. Many times the first symptom may not show up until you get into moderate or severe problems. So how do these spinal subluxations happen in our lives? Well, the birth process probably is the number one cause of subluxation in the spine in children, because of the fact that it can be so traumatic, especially with the use of forceps, with twisting, with pulling, with breached births, C-sections. It can cause problems. Have you ever seen a child learn how to walk? It's a exercise in bumping the head, falling down, moving around. You got that big old head on this little body, and it can put a lot of stress on the neck. Also, children playing growth spurts can create problems. Body weight changes throughout your whole life can cause spinal subluxation. The physical, mental, and chemical stress of life. Physical, of course, could be auto accidents, work injuries. The chemical could be environmental toxicity, the food you put into your body, good or bad. Also sports injuries and intensive training. Mental stress that comes from living, going through change, moving, divorce, loss of job, loss of child, loss of parents, all these things. The physical stress could also include poor posture, excessive sitting, which affects probably a vast majority of the country right now. And there's also trips and falls, the sickness and disease. These all can contribute to spinal subluxation, misalignment of your spine, altered function, reducing nerve transmission, and basically causing your body to deteriorate faster than it should. So one thing that you need to do is make lifestyle care your top priority. Top performers in sports and in entertainment endorse chiropractic care as their secret weapon to optimize performance. Roger Craig of the world champion San Francisco 49ers was a chiropractor, used it, kept his career going. Kerry Walsh, Olympic volleyball player. Dan O'Brien, the world's greatest athlete. Number one running back of all time, Emmitt Smith, World Cup champs in soccer, and even entertainers such as Usher. Basically, use chiropractic care as part of their health plan. They use this to optimize their performance, optimize their health, keep them at the top of their game. So if they're making it a priority and they're performing at the top of their game, isn't it a time that you make health a priority and include chiropractic care as part of your healthy living plan for over 100 years? So one thing you need to do is create an ideal environment for so you can not only live 100 years, but the key word, you can enjoy 100 years. So right now, how much fun are you having in your internal environment? Who's to blame? Is there issues? Is there control things going on? Is your mindset? How about your external environment? What are you living in? What are you associating with? And is there a congruence between the two? Is your internal environment dialogue reflected in your external environment or actions? One thing that's fun is that a secret to a long life is staying in school. And school means always be learning. Now it's about estimated that basically in today's life, many people will have multiple careers will be the norm. Okay, so you need to set 100-year goals based on the fact that you're going to have to probably be changing and always be learning, always evolving, always becoming in your life. So one thing you need to do if you're going to be living this life and working and having a career and participating, what are you passionate about and what would make life more fun for you? This is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. Life is present. So if you're going to be living, do it in a way that basically maximizes your potential and also stimulates you for the massive enjoyment. Surround and have sound support around you. Your primary relationships, that would be like your wife, your husband, your close friends, your children, your multiple generations and multiple circles of friends and people. Look who you're hanging out with and get to know your family tree. What runs in your family? Do people age a long time or are they basically dying early? Change that for the better by optimizing your genetic potential, but also if you've got genetic challenges, you can rewrite that part of your history through your lifestyle. Spend quality time living. There's prime time. Those are the things that are most important to you. Prep time, that's your prevention. That's your way. That's exercising. That's making sure that you eat right. That's means you're reading good books. And your playtime, are you having fun? You need to achieve the ultimate balance now and over your entire lifetime so you can live your 100-year lifestyle. Right now, look at quality time versus living versus retirement. Retirement, what is that, by the way? I think things have changed now because one of the things is that you need to understand that you need to finance your 100-year lifestyle. The money does not stop going out when you get to 65. In fact, as you get older, it might actually become more expensive to live. So if you can basically invest in your health now so you don't have those long-term problems, you'll save a lot of money. So the one way to finance your 100-year lifestyle is stay healthy, make self-care and health-care your top priorities. We talked about self-care, about keeping your essence shape, endurance, strength and structure, proper nutrition, and keeping your spine and nervous system working right. Do what you love and meet with a financial advisor and set up a plan. Plan for your future. Don't just hope it works out. Live your legacy. Why wait until you're gone? You know, if there's something you want to do, something that you're passionate about, do it. Don't just leave a legacy, live one. Be an example to others. Get involved in your community, make a difference, be a difference maker, and lead yourself by taking action. 40 is now the new 20, 60 is the new 40, which I'm glad to hear because I turn 60 next month. So I'm glad I'm going back to 40. 80 is the new 60, and 100 is the new whatever it's going to be. Get excited about life. Okay? Get excited about what the possibilities are and live every day with passion. One of the things is, are you living with procrastination versus action? Okay, most boomers now, baby boomers, which I'm one, now clear the 60 hurdle with a lot of ease, basically showing that people at age 60 that are baby boomers are healthier than their predecessors, their parents when they turned 60. So one thing we have is a healthy gift to you, which is a personal declaration of health. And basically, it can be something that you can have and fill in and complete, which basically states that what you will do, what you will stand for in regards to health. And this is a free gift to anybody that comes in or wants it. And we will print it out for you, and you could fill it out, and then you could post it somewhere so you could look at it. Something as a declaration of this health is as important as the Declaration of Independence set the direction for a new country in 1776, leading to a constitution, a new way of government, an experiment in democracy that had never ever been attempted before, that has existed for over 225 years now, and hopefully will continue. But something, this is your personal declaration of health that we will provide for you. And we also have a special offer if you would like to be serious about looking at your health from a not a crisis care, but from a healthy living perspective. We offer to anyone who's interested in this a complimentary consultation, complimentary posture evaluation and foot scan to see how you're put together, a complimentary computerized symptom and survey and report of findings at $255 value, free. All you got to do is call 626-798-7805 to schedule. Tell them you want the personal declaration of health exam, and we will provide that for you. And it'll start the process of seeing where you're at, what you may be susceptible through, and solutions. And many of the solutions, I said, are mostly things that you can do for yourself. We're here to help you, guide you, and put you on the path to good health and longevity. But we'll say this with a caveat. Understand this. We are all born with a terminal illness. One day we are going to die. However, between point A, when we showed up, and B, when we leave, we can enjoy the journey and maximize the experience through our lifestyle, through our attitudes, through our actions, and we're here to help you maximize the potential. So give us a call. Let us know how we can help you. 626-798-7805. Happy 4th of July and happy Independence Day to all of you. And from the Health Advantage Physical Medicine, we wish you the best of health.